Annette Bening in Naiad. Lily Gladstone in Killers of the Flower Moon. Sandra Julia in Anatomy of a Fall. Carey Mulligan in Maestro. And Emma Stone in Poor Things.
So the Oscars were just announced, and there has already been a lot of talk about Barbie. Most of the talk is about how Ryan Gosling is nominated for Best Supporting Actor, but Margot Robbie and Greta were not nominated for Best Actress or Best Director. Ken getting nominated, and not Barbie, is honestly so fitting for a film about a man discovering the power of patriarchy in the real world. No Oscar nomination for Greta Gerwig, no Oscar nomination for Margot Robbie. Ryan Gosling gets an Oscar nomination. This is actually the whole plot of Barbie. Oscars, Margaret Robbie, Barbie snubs crushes fans. At the time of this video being made, I have not seen Barbie, so maybe it's hypocritical for me to comment on it, but I think there's a piece missing from this conversation, and I wanted to get this out while the conversation was still going. I will not say whether or not the film got what it deserved in the Oscar nomination, because as I said, I haven't seen it. But there is a piece missing from the conversation, and it's a piece that's missing in a lot of conversations about the Oscars or the award season in general. The piece that's missing isn't just how good you did in a film, it's how good you did in a film in relation to other films that came out that year. If in 2008 you were an actor and you gave the best performance of your life, a masterpiece of acting, the art gods came down and rewarded you personally. That's great. Good job. You're still not going to win an Oscar, though, because that was the same year Heath Ledger was up for A Dark Knight. So, Best Supporting Actor award, you're not going to win. The same thing happens if you were to make a film in 2003. You could have made one of the best films of the century, regarded by everyone as a perfect film. But that was the year Return of the King came out, so sorry. And I feel like this explains a lot of strange things in the Oscar history. Alfred Hitchcock is considered one of the best directors of all time, but he never got an Oscar for directing. Eventually he got one for Lifetime Achievement, but never one for directing specifically. I think that's because, while he made masterpiece after masterpiece, there was always a better film that year, at least in theory. If you were to ask the Oscar voters, that's probably would be what they say. You could disagree with that. I mean, I have a hard time imagining Psycho being worse than any film, but in theory, that's kind of what's happening. Hitchcock's legacy isn't about just one film. It's about a lifetime of near-perfect films. So, according to Oscar logic, it's justified. Again, at least that it's in theory. So I don't know if Margaret Robbie deserved Best Actress, but you can't say that just based on the performance alone. You have to watch the other contenders, and frankly, all the films that year with the lead actress. I mean, have you seen Emma Stone in Poor Things? I have seen that, and she is awesome in that. How does she compare to Margaret Robbie? I don't know. But again, you have to compare. I'll say one more thing about this. I think it's amazing that the Barbie movie was nominated for Best Picture, or any nominations at all. I mean, toy movies usually aren't respected this much. To me, that's the most amazing thing about this year's nomination. No one seems to care about that fact, and I'm not saying that the Barbie movie is bad just because it's the Barbie movie. I'm just saying, it's kind of a miracle the Oscars looked at it at all. Well, anyway, that's my thoughts on the matter. Tell me if you agree or disagree. I will see the Barbie movie at some point. It's been on my list since Barbie Oppenheimer. I've only just seen Oppenheimer, so I'm behind quite a bit on both of them. Okay, bye.